practicals going on now.
Practicals like exam, or it is just regular practicals going on?
Test.
Tests are going on. Okay, fine. So is there any chance you can attend the morning classes?
No, sir.
No chance, no? Okay. Morning it becomes easy because then I can have daily classes. Otherwise, are you doing any other subjects here at Learnivio, Amna?
Sir, physics and chemistry.
Physics and chemistry. So in physics, like how much portion is left?
Mm. There are some chapters more, sir.
Sorry? What
There
did
are
you say?
few chapters more.
A few chapters more. Okay, fine. Yes, sir. Let us start. Where is Sadhura, by the way? Sadhura is not here.
So she's not well.
She is not well.
Yes.
What happened? Fever? Yeah, sir. Just headache or something.
Yes, sir. Fever.
Fever. Okay. कब से मतलब अभी लास्ट क्लास में तो आई थी, आज ही है, आज ही तबीयत खराब हुई?
Yes, sir.
ख्याल रखिए आप लोग, लेकिन है ना, बैंगलोर में तो ठंडी नहीं पड़ती है, कैसे बीमार पड़ जा रहे हैं आप लोग? ठीक है, थोड़ा ध्यान रखिए। अभी ठंड पड़ रही है क्या बैंगलोर में?
नहीं सर, उतना नहीं है.
नहीं है ना, ठीक है, चलिए. So I think we completed the D and F block in the last lecture. We'll be starting with amines, right guys? Yes or no? Correct. We'll be starting with amines. So write the heading, chapter names, amines. Now in amines, we'll first of all start with method of preparation of amines. Please write. MOP of amines. The first method of preparation is, please write, reduction.
Chapter, right?
Sorry?
Now only you're starting this chapter, na? Amines chapter.
Amines ना, हाँ हाँ, अभी हम start कर रहे हैं.
Okay,
Yes.
sir. So
Amines.
before in the last class we were doing biomolecules.
No, in the last class was on Wednesday, last week Wednesday, because 25th was Monday, उस दिन क्रिसमस का छुट्टी था, तो हमारी लास्ट क्लास वेडनेसडे को हुई थी, and we did DNF block on that day. That was on 20th ना, 7 दिन पहले. हाँ, we completed the F block elements.
Okay, sir.
ठीक है. बायोमोलिक्यूल्स अगर आपको याद हो, बायोमोलिक्यूल्स we were doing Friday. राइट
Yes,
मरियम?
sir. Yes, sir.
ठीक है, आप ना उन चैप्टर्स के बारे में देखिए. आई नो बायोमोलिक्यूल्स अगर आपको बहुत ज्यादा कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं लग रहा है, तो फिर हम लोग रिवीजन में बायोमोलिक्यूल्स जो करेंगे ना, वो थोड़ा प्रॉपर तरीके से करेंगे. ठीक है वो. एंड ऑल्सो बायोमोलिक्यूल्स इज नॉट रिलेटेड टू एनी ऑफ द चैप्टर्स पहले के. दैट इज वाई उसको आखिर में हम लोग आराम से कर लेंगे. तो डोंट वरी अबाउट थिंग्स. जैसे कुछ भी चीज अगर आपको लग रहा है ना कि अभी मिस हो रहा है, तो उसके लिए कुछ ना कुछ मतलब मेरे पास उपाय रहता है. सम थिंग्स आई लीव इट जानबूझकर. जैसे आप अगर क्लासेस आ रहे हैं रिवीजन के, तो उसमें आयोडोफॉर्म का यूज जो है, तो यूजेस ऑफ ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड्स हम जनरली नहीं पढ़ाते हैं. वो रिवीजन जब करने के लिए आइएगा आप, तो वहां पे आपको यू विल गेट डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन, इस तरह के सवाल आते हैं, और वहां पे आपको आंसर मिल जाएगा. सो यू कैन नोट दोज पॉइंट्स देयर. एंड इट इज नॉट इवन रिलेटेड टू कि मतलब आगे किसी चैप्टर में वो हेल्प करेगा. अगर वो नहीं पढ़िएगा तो ऐसा नहीं होगा कि आगे चैप्टर समझ नहीं आएगा. ठीक है. सिमिलर इज द बायोमोलिक्यूल्स थिंग. बायोमोलिक्यूल्स पीपीटी आपने एक आपको समझ में आ गया. ठीक है. कार्बोहाइड्रेट होता है, अमीनो एसिड्स होते हैं, प्रोटीन्स होता है, न्यूक्लिक एसिड्स होता है, न्यूक्लियोसाइड होता है, न्यूक्लियोटाइड होता है, कुछ कुछ इस तरह से आपको आइडिया लग गया. एंड देन यू विल डू क्वेश्चंस, तो वहां पे आपको ज्यादा समझ में आएगा. ठीक है, चलिए. खैर, लेट अस स्टार्ट विद amines. Method of preparation of amines, and in the first you will write reduction of nitro compounds. reduction of nitro compounds. Now, in reduction of nitro compounds, we can is here. Okay, fine. In reduction of nitro compounds, we use nitroalkene RNO2. You can react this with H2 in the presence of nickel PDPT. Generally, we use palladium, and you can use ethanol as a solvent. You will get RNH2, the primary amine. Then you can also use metal plus HCl. Generally, the metal that we can use is SN and also Fe. You can use tin as well as Fe. It is also going to give you RNH2. Now, you can use alkyne nitroalkene. You can also use nitrobenzene. So you have benzene and NO2 group here. When you react this with H2PD, or let us suppose Fe in the presence of HCl, in both of these cases, you will get benzene ring in which NH2 is attached. Now this molecule is known as aniline. बेंजीन में जब NH2 रहता है उसको aniline बोलते हैं. Please write this down. Now, see here. There is one point that you will write. Right here. When Fe plus HCl is used.
Sir, can you scroll up?
Yeah, sure. आप लिख रहे हैं क्या रफा? आपने C1 में अटेंड नहीं किया है अमीन्स चैप्टर?
No, sir, I mean, नहीं attend किया मैंने.
ठीक है, लिखिए लिखिए फिर तो.
Done.
Done. When Fe plus HCl is used, FeCl2 is formed as byproduct. FeCl2 is formed as byproduct, which is easily hydrolyzed, to release HCl gas, which on further hydrolysis forms HCl. Therefore, small amount of HCl is required. Small amount of HCl is required. So they asked generally why Fe plus HCl is a preferred method of preparation for amines. ठीक है? Because when Fe plus HCl is used, FeCl2 is formed as byproduct, which is easily hydrolyzed to release HCl gas, which on further hydrolysis forms. नहीं, एक सेकंड, ये दो बार हो गया ना, which is easily hydrolyzed to release HCl gas. इसको नहीं लिखने की जरूरत है, दोबारा क्यों यहाँ पे HCl होगा, HCl gas, therefore small amount of, बस I think I repeated this word, therefore small amount of HCl is required. इसको ठीक कर लीजिए जरा. ठीक है. Now whatever HCl is released, that HCl will be again used in the reaction. So initially अगर आप थोड़ा सा भी HCl इस्तेमाल करें, then you will get as a byproduct FeCl2, which will be hydrolyzed, फिर से आपको HCl मिल जाएगा. And the same HCl can be used again and again and again and again. That is why it is a preferred method of preparation. Now right next. Second is ammonolysis. Ammonolysis of alkyl halide. Ammonolysis of alkyl halide. Now, this is an important method of preparation. इसको ध्यान से देखिए, इससे कुछ सवाल आ सकते हैं. So we have ammonia plus Rx. Now, since halogen is more electronegative, it is going to pull the electrons, and this carbon atom will get delta positive charge. The nitrogen atom, it has lone pair electrons. So this lone pair electrons on the nitrogen atom can attack on the alkyl group like this. As soon as it attacks, the halogen atom will leave because carbon cannot make more than 4 bonds. And we will get NH3, R, which is attached with NH3. This NH3 will have a positive charge and X negative. And when you use a base here, NaOH, then one of the hydrogen is released from the salt, that is substituted ammonium salt. One of the hydrogen is released and you get RNH2 plus H2O and NaX. And this is known as substituted ammonium salt. This is a reaction. So ध्यान से देखिए. Let us suppose we are doing the same reaction. अब ये बार-बार नहीं लिखा जाएगा कि we are using alkyl halide and then we are using NaOH. Let us suppose we have this RNH2. ठीक है? We have RNH2 that has been formed. If there is any remaining amount of alkyl halide, then the same reaction can occur once again. Please see how. See, if there is any remaining amount, and there will be always, not remaining I would say, क्योंकि ऐसा तो नहीं है ना कि all the ammonium alkyl halide, all the alkyl halide is waiting. Let all the ammonia first convert itself to primary amine, and then I will react again with primary amine. That's not going to happen. If we start with 100 moles of ammonia, please listen to this very carefully, don't write now. If we start with 100 moles of ammonia and 100 moles of alkyl halide, in 1 second, let us suppose 2 moles of ammonia and 2 moles of alkyl halide will react and it will give you 2 moles of primary amine. Now we still have 8 moles of ammonia and 8 moles of alkyl halide remaining. Now the 8 moles of alkyl halide that is remaining, it can be attacked with this ammonia also and it can be attacked by the primary amine also, because basically attack कौन कर रहा है? Nitrogen का lone pair. So if the nitrogen's lone pair is available, then it can attack whether the nitrogen's lone pair is coming from ammonia or whether the nitrogen's lone pair is coming from amine. It is not going to matter. That is why as soon as we get primary amine, this primary amine can further attack on what? Further attack on the alkyl carbon like this. And it is going to give you guys RNH and one more R group here. Now, as soon as we get the 2-degree amine, this 2-degree amine can also attack on what? Can also attack on the alkyl halide. Can kya? It actually attracts. Okay? And then we will form RN, one R group and B here and one R group here. Now this nitrogen is still having lone pair electrons. It can attack on the alkyl group of haloalkane once again, and it will form R4, 4 alkyl groups on the nitrogen atom with a positive charge, and this is known as quaternary ammonium salt. This positive charge will be balanced by X negative. Okay. So first of all, you get what? First of all, we get 1-degree amine. Now this 1 degree amine, it reacts with alkyl halide, and then you will get some amount of 2 degree amine. Some of the 2 degree amine, it will attack the alkyl halide, it will give 3 degree amine. And when the 3 degree amine, some of the 3 degree amine will react with alkyl halide once again, and it will give you quaternary ammonium salt. ठीक है? So I am not saying that you will only get quaternary ammonium salt. Please try to understand it. Ammonia, all the ammonia, most of the ammonia, they will start, some of the ammonia, I would say. Some of the ammonia will react with some of the alkyl halide. Some of the ammonia, some of the alkyl halide are still remaining. And whatever reacted, it will form 1 degree amine. Now, some of the 1 degree amine will attack the alkyl halide. It will form 2 degree amine. Now, some of the 2 degree amine will attack alkyl halide. It will form 3 degree amine. Some of the 3 degree amine will attack the alkyl halide once again, and it is going to give you quaternary ammonium salt. Now, I hope you can understand by whatever I am saying that this particular method of preparation is going to give you a mixture of products. Make sense? Yes or no? Please tell me. हाँ या ना बताएं, समझ में आया? This method of preparation gives a mixture of 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree, and quaternary ammonium salts. Yes or no? Amna, Aisha, Mariam, Mir, Rabah, tell me guys. समझ में आया ना? That how the mixture is getting formed, yes or no? बोलिए guys, नहीं समझ में आया क्या? फिर से समझाएं. आया आयशा को. आमना, मरियम, मीर एंड रबा. What about you guys? आमना समझ में आया, आपको नहीं आया?
Yes, sir.
मरियम, हम एक एक से पूछेंगे. आप लोग थोड़ा सा तो रहम खाएं मेरे पे. साल गुजरने वाला है, आप लोग एक एक आदमी से बुलवाना चाहते हैं. Yes or no? मरियम, रबा, all of you guys, please tell me.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Yes.
हाँ तो बोलिए ना भाई, बिल्कुल भी आप लोग एकदम ही रहम नहीं है आप लोग के दिलों में. चलिए, नाउ अब प्रॉब्लम तो है, ठीक है ना? अब ध्यान दीजिए, ध्यान दीजिए, ध्यान दीजिए, ध्यान दीजिए, है ना? लिखिए मत, ध्यान दीजिए. What is problematic? See, we have reactants, ठीक है, and one of those reactant is problematic. See, if let us suppose कि हम कुछ ऐसा कर दें कि एक ही बार में सारे के सारे alkyl halide खत्म हो जाए. If alkyl halide is not remaining, if we don't have any remaining alkyl halide, then what can happen? Then the reaction will not happen further. Whatever ammonia is there, if we do something that all the ammonia attacks alkyl halide और सारे alkyl halide एक ही बार में react कर जाए, एक ही बार में क्या कर जाए? React कर जाए, then what would happen? Then our major product, I would say that hugely major product will be 1 degree amine. 1 degree amine को आगे react करने के लिए alkyl halide मिलेगा ही नहीं. ठीक है? So what we can do here in order to get the major product, what we can do, we can take ammonia in excess. अमोनिया को अगर आप एक्सेस ले लेंगे, if we have let us suppose 1000 moles of ammonia and only 10 moles of alkyl halide, so no matter what, but 90% of the ammonia will attack the alkyl halide. उसमें से 1% से फिर आगे रिएक्शन हो सकता है, कुछ होगा तो, but majority of the ammonia, it is going to attack and it is going to react with the alkyl halide, और majority of the alkyl halide will be completely reacted. ठीक है? So what we can do, समझ में आ रही है बात? हाँ या ना? समझ में आया ये पॉइंट? ऐसा नो? टेल मी गाइस. आमना, आयशा, मरियम, रबा.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है ना? तो क्या करेंगे हम? टू गेट, प्लीज राइट, टू गेट, ये सवाल आया हुआ है पहले, ठीक है? टू गेट प्राइमरी अमीन एज मेजर प्रोडक्ट, ammonia, that is NH3, is taken in excess. No. And if we look at the reactivity of different alkyl halide, तो reactivity की अगर हम बात करेंगे, Ri will be fastest, followed by Rbr, followed by RCl, because the bond length, the Ri bond, the carbon iodine bond is weaker. You will write the next third method of preparation is reduction of nitriles. Reduction of nitriles. Now, there are few reducing agent that we can use. We can use lithium aluminium hydride. We can use H2 in the presence of nickel or PD or PT. मतलब कार्बन आयोडीन बॉन्ड RI का तो बॉन्ड कैसे बनेगा आयशा? ठीक है, RI तो जनरली कंपाउंड हो गया और बॉन्ड को दिखाएंगे तो कार्बन आयोडीन बॉन्ड। बात समझ में आ रही है आयशा? ठीक है, सी में यू हैव सोडियम अमेलगम in the presence of ethanol. These are the reducing agent which we can use. This is quite important because इसको conversions में इस्तेमाल किया जा सकता है। ठीक है, see here we have R bonded to C triple bond N. You use any one of the reducing agent, you will get R. The carbon will get two hydrogens, making it CH2, and the nitrogen will get two hydrogens, making it NH2, and the triple bond will be converted to single bond. Similar reaction is shown by benzene nitrile also. You have CN, any one of the reducing agent, it is going to reduce the CN2, CH2, NH2. Now, this is not aniline, this is benzyl amine. इसको लिख लीजिए, generally कभी-कभी दिक्कत हो सकती है, benzyl amine. We'll write the fourth method of preparation, reduction of amides. In reduction of amides also, reduction of amides में खास तौर से we use LiAlH4 only. R C double bond O bonded to NH2. It would react with lithium aluminium hydride. First step, second step में पानी, and you will get R CH2 NH2. And similar reaction is also shown by benzene amide. You have C double bond O NH2. It reacts with lithium aluminium hydride, and secondly with water. It gives you benzyl amine, benzene ring with a CH2 and NH2 group next to CH2. After doing the method of preparation, we will do some what are some important method of preparation for conversions. After reduction, you will write the fifth method of preparation. This is important because it is a name reaction. Gabriel halimide synthesis. Gabriel halimide synthesis. इसको याद करना है आपको ये रिएक्शन, ठीक है ना? You will practice this 10 times. So halimide, first of all, halimide is benzene ring which has C double bond O, C double bond O, and NH here. The hydrogen which is attached with nitrogen, this is acidic hydrogen, because अगर आप hydrogen निकाल देंगे तो nitrogen will get negative charge, and this negative charge is conjugation is in resonance with the double bond O, which is in further resonance with the benzene ring. So nitrogen पे negative charge is stable. That is why this hydrogen, it acts as a acidic hydrogen. When you react, then obviously the nitrogen of hydrogen is going to get released, and you will get this double bond O is as it is, this double bond O is as it is. ठीक है, negative charge here and K positive, that is a salt. Now after this we use a haloalkane, that is haloalkane. Now, the nitrogen atom, which is having a negative charge, it attacks on the alkyl group. Why? Because alkyl group, it will be having delta positive charge as it is attached with more electronegative halogen atom. Now, this attack is SN2. ठीक है, या फिर SN मान लीजिए आप, ठीक है, SN2 बिकॉज इतना बल्कि है तो SN2 ही होगा. नाउ दिस इज व्हाट, दिस इज SN, न्यूक्लियोफिलिक सब्स्टिट्यूशन रिएक्शन, एंड नाइट्रोजन अटैक्स हियर, और K जो है हाइड्रोजन के साथ निकल जाता है, तो KX यहां से निकल गया. ठीक. नाउ व्हाट वी हैव द बेंजीन रिंग एज इट इज, जो पहले से चलता आ रहा था. दिस बेंजीन रिंग इज एज इट इज, सिंगल डबल alternate bonds. Here we have nitrogen, the double bond O is as it is, the double bond O here also it is as it is, and we have R attached here. Once R is attached, we react this with aqueous NaOH. Once you react this with aqueous NaOH, अब यहाँ पे आपको एक थोड़ा सा, यहाँ पे you will get RNH2. पहले तो ये बेंजीन रिंग वाले जो मॉलिक्यूल्स को बना देते हैं. You have the benzene ring. Here you have C double bond O, O negative, C double bond O, O negative, and Na positive. You get a salt here. ठीक है, वो कैसे बनता है वो हम बता देंगे, बट यू डोंट नीड टू रिमेंबर इट. आपको याद रखना है aqueous NaOH से आपको क्या मिल जाएगा, RNH2, दैट इज प्राइमरी अमीन, 1 डिग्री अमीन. तो गैब्रियस थालामाइड सिंथेसिस में यू डोंट इवन नीड टू रिमेंबर दिस प्रोडक्ट, आप सीधा RNH2 तक ले जाइएगा, दैट्स इट, बिकॉज वी आर, आवर मेन फोकस हियर इज द सिंथेसिस ऑफ अमीन. ठीक है, सो यू write till here, after aqueous NaOH you can just write RNH2. You don't need to write this particular charged molecule. ठीक है, but how this charged molecule is being formed वो हम आपको बता देंगे. But first of all, write this down and write the points here. It is used for preparation of 1 degree amines. Second is aromatic primary amine. That is aniline. Cannot be prepared by this method as aryl halides don't show SN. ठीक है, since we are using haloalkane SN show करता है, so we get only what, 1 degree aliphatic amines. 1 degree aromatic primary amines or 1 degree aromatic amines cannot be formed, because for aromatic amines we need aryl halide, and aryl halide will not show SN. ठीक है, write this point. Raise your hand once you're done. Waiting for Amna, Mir, and Rabah. Raise your hand once you're done, guys. Just waiting for Rabah now. Baba, please raise your hand once you're done. Done, Baba?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, ध्यान से देखिए. Now, ये जो आपका लास्ट स्टेप है ना, how it is happening, please see. You have benzene ring, and you have carbon, double bond O, carbon, double bond O, and here we have N, which is bonded with R. We are using aqueous NaOH. ठीक है, तो NaOH में आपके पास क्या होगा? OH negative ions will be there. This OH negative ions, it will attack here. Why it will attack here? Because carbon is bonded to oxygen and nitrogen. Carbon जब oxygen से bonded है and nitrogen से bonded है, then the electron will be pulled by the oxygen and nitrogen, more electronegative element, giving a delta positive charge on the carbon atom. So as soon as the OH negative it attacks here, this carbon atom it breaks the bond and it gives the nitrogen alone pair. अब जो OH नेगेटिव है आपके पास, इसके साथ होगा एक H पॉजिटिव. ठीक है, H पॉजिटिव क्या मतलब? वाटर मॉलिक्यूल का समझ लीजिए. नाउ एज सून एज दिस नाइट्रोजन गेट्स, अच्छा उसी तरह से एक OH नेगेटिव इधर भी अटैक कर सकता है. ठीक है, इट अटैक्स हियर एंड दिस इलेक्ट्रॉन इज गिवन हियर. एक और H पॉजिटिव आया. ठीक है, नाउ द नाइट्रोजन इस H पॉजिटिव को ले लेगा, नाइट्रोजन इस H पॉजिटिव को ले लेगा. अब देखिए क्या हो रहा है. सी हियर गाइस, द बेंजीन रिंग इज एज इट इज. The carbon atom with double bond O, it is getting OH. Carbon atom with double bond O, it is getting OH. Plus the R is as it is, the nitrogen is as it is. Nitrogen को क्या मिल रहा है? 2 हाइड्रोजन मिल रहे हैं, NH2. Now since it is a basic condition, ये कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड जो है ना, COO नेगेटिव और Na पॉजिटिव के फॉर्म में रहेगा. मेक सेंस? यस और नो प्लीज टेल मी. रिएक्शन कैसे हो रहा है? हाँ जी बताएं. आया समझ में? नहीं आया? नहीं समझ में आया? उड़ गया ऊपर से सब कुछ? टेल मी गाइस. If you understand this OH negative attack on the carbonyl carbon, then as soon as it attacks here, this electron pair is shifted to nitrogen because carbon cannot make more than 4 bonds. As soon as it is shifted to nitrogen, this nitrogen attacks the hydrogen of water, है ना? जब भी water molecule है उसके hydrogen को attack करेगा and it gets hydrogen from there. Same thing happens once again. यहाँ पे भी OH negative और इधर RNH2 आ गया. Yes, tell me guys. आर्या, sorry, आयशा, मरियम, मीर, आमना.
Yes, sir.
Got it ना? ठीक है, चलिए. आपको कोई पूछेगा नहीं, लेकिन फिर भी थोड़ा कॉन्फिडेंस आ जाए आप लोगों को कि क्या पढ़ रहे नहीं पढ़ रहे उसके ऊपर. इस वजह से नो 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 नीड टू राइट, कोई जरूरत नहीं लिखने की. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट यू विल राइट द सिक्स्थ मेथड ऑफ प्रिपरेशन. हॉफमैन ब्रोमाइड. हॉफमैन ब्रोमाइड डिग्रेडेशन. ठीक है, सो हियर वी हैव R, C डबल बॉन्ड O, NH2. तो आपके पास अमाइड आ गया और नाम से पता चल रहा है क्या आएगा? Br2 आ जाएगा. प्लस यू विल हैव KOH. दिस गिव्स RNH2. ठीक है, इतना ही बस आप लोग याद रखें that it is going to give you primary amine. And if this carbon atom has 6 carbon, तो amine में होगा एक कम 5 carbon atoms. Please write used for preparation of 1 degree amine with 1 carbon less than the amide. And what is the reagent we are using? reagent में हम लोग यूज कर रहे हैं आपके पास Br 2 प्लस KOH यूज कर लीजिए आप, या फिर आप NaOH यूज कर लीजिए, सेम चीज है, ठीक है। और when you react any halogen with KOH or hydroxide of any metal, तो ये देता है आपको हाइपोहलाइड, मेटल हाइपोहलाइड। तो सोडियम hypohalite, sodium hypobromide you can use NaOBr, or you can also use KOBr, ठीक है। if these not use, rather जब आपको यूज करने की बात आएगी तो आप यहाँ पे Br2 और KOH ही यूज कीजिएगा, बट these other reagents can also be present। KOH की जगह NaOH हो सकता है, और इन दोनों की जगह आपके पास NaOBr या फिर KOBr भी हो सकता है। Now the same type of reaction can also be done with amides that have benzene ring, that is benzene amide, C double bond O, NH2, and this is also going to, you have a Br2 or KOH के presence में, this is going to give you amine with one carbon less than the amide, so this is going to give you aniline। चलिए, please copy this down। Waiting for Amna, Mir and Rabah। Rabah, just waiting for you now। Rabah, please let me know once you're done with these part, just raise your hand once you're done। डन ना, ठीक है। There's a question in NCERT, just give me a second। It is a sequence type of reaction। क्वेश्चन है कुछ इस तरह से, that you have CH3 CH2 I, it is reacted with NaCN, it gives the product A is partially hydrolyzed in the presence of OH negative, I've written partial hydrolysis, ठीक है। It gives a product B, and when B is treated with NaOH and Br2, it gives C। Now the first A जो है आपके पास, when CH3 CH2 I, it is reacted with NaCN, NaCN KCN ये जो है आपके पास क्या प्रोडक्ट देते हैं, इट गिव्स यू, एक क्या हो जाएगा, CH3 CH2 and it will be attached with CN. Then we are doing partial hydrolysis. When you have nitrile and when you do complete hydrolysis of nitrile, you get carboxylic acid. On partial hydrolysis, you will get amide. So you will have CH3 CH2 CONH2. होपफुली ये मेथड ऑफ प्रिपरेशन में हमने पढ़ाया हुआ या फिर अभी के लिए छोड़ दिया होगा. Aldehyde ketone carboxylic acid की मेथड ऑफ प्रिपरेशन. So in method of preparation of this is cross aldol वगैरह है ये तो, है ना. देखिए, when you have nitrile, एक बार हाइड्रोलाइसिस से आपको क्या मिलता है, अमाइड मिलता है. एंड when you further hydrolyze it, you will get what? You will get carboxylic acid. ठीक है. तो एक स्टेप में क्या मिलेगा आपको, H2O, and if you do it once again in the presence of heat, you will get carboxylic acid. So that's what it is saying here. Partial hydrolysis से क्या मिला आपको, amide. And when you react amide in the presence of NaOH and Br2, this is Hofmann bromamide degradation. It is going to give you CH3, CH2, and then NH2. So we started with 3 carbons, we are having 2 carbons. So this is known as descent. 3 से आप कहाँ चले गए, 2 चले गए. This is what descent. तो जब भी आपके पास descent of carbon atoms हो ना, DESCENT, then Hofmann bromamide degradation is used. ठीक है. ये तो हो गया आपके पास descent. आपके पास हो सकता है ascent also. ठीक है. How ascent can descent हुआ क्या, नहीं descent मतलब यहां से अगर देखें तो same number of carbon atoms है, but अगर आप ऐसे कर ले, देखिए for example you have CH3 CH2 I. ठीक है. what will happen if you react with NaCN? NaCN के साथ react करेंगे, then you will get CH3 CH2 CN. then if you reduce CN with lithium aluminium hydride, अभी जैसे हम लोग ने देखा, we can use what, lithium aluminium hydride, and आपके पास 3 carbon atoms CH3 CH2 CH2, and then you will get NH2 here. So we are starting with 2 carbon, और यहाँ पे आपके पास क्या आ जा रहा है, 3 carbons. So this is known as ascent. 2 कार्बन से 3 कार्बन, ये क्या हो गया, एसेंट, ASCENT. व्हेन यू हैव एसेंट, देन इन जनरल आपके पास ये रिएक्शन जरूर आएगा, NaCN प्लस NaCN इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ अल्काइल हाइड्राइड. ठीक है. तो KCN या NaCN का रिएक्शन आपके पास आना चाहिए व्हेन एवर वी आर डूइंग एसेंट. एसेंट मतलब एक कार्बन का बढ़ना, डिसेंट मतलब एक कार्बन का घटना. ठीक है. चलिए प्लीज राइट दीज टू. इसको अभी मत लिखिए आप, डिसेंट और एसेंट को, वी विल डू कन्वर्जन, उसमें लिखेंगे हम लोग. ठीक है, इसको मत लिखिए. After this, you will write a question. Convert propanol to butane nitrile. हो पाएगा? कम से कम स्ट्रक्चर बनाई देखिए. प्रोपेनॉल, व्हाट इज प्रोपेनॉल? 1 2 3 4 कार्बन atoms and then you have OH. This is propanol. And then you have butane nitrate. My bad. 1 2 3 carbon atoms and then OH. You have to convert this to butane nitrate. 1 2 3 4 carbon atoms and then NH2. So since there is an increase of carbon atom, you have to think about how to introduce the reaction of alkyl halide plus KCN. So first of all, I will convert this to alkyl halide by reacting with SOCl2, the preferred method of preparation. Get 1 2 3 carbon atoms with Cl, and after this we will react this with KCN. This is going to give me 1 2 3 carbon atoms and then a CN here, and we can get amides if I treat this with lithium aluminium hydride, and we reduce the nitrile to amines. Make sense? Yes or no? Please tell me, guys. समझ में आ रही है? How to do the conversions?
Yes, sir.
पैटर्न रिकग्निशन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है ना. जनरली इसी तरह के पैटर्न्स आएंगे जनरली. अब उसके बाद डिसेंट का एक एग्जांपल देख लीजिए. इथेनोइक एसिड टू मिथेनॉल. ठीक है, तो जनरली इथेनोइक एसिड मिथेनॉल आपको लगेगा रिड्यूसिंग एजेंट कुछ तो यूज कर ले तो हो जाएगा, है ना. तो ऐसा रिड्यूसिंग एजेंट में लिथियम एल्यूमिनियम हाइड्राइड यूज कर ले, बिकॉज वी आर गोइंग फ्रॉम कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड टू, कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड से कहाँ जा रहे हैं हम? अल्कोहल में जा रहे हैं. बट नो, because carbon number भी कम हो रहा है ना. So whenever we are decreasing the carbon number, you have to think about how I can introduce Hoffman bromide degradation. So we have here ethanoic acid. Ethanoic acid is CH3 COOH, and we have to convert it to CH3OH. ठीक है, किसमें कन्वर्ट करना है? मीथेनॉल में कन्वर्ट करना. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई विल react the carboxylic acid with ammonia, NH3. When you react this with ammonia, you get CH3 C double bond O NH2. अमोनिया के बाद हीट भी करना पड़ता है एक बार, बट दैट्स अनदर थिंग. बस अमोनिया लिखिएगा, आपके लिए चलेगा काम, ठीक है ना. कन्वर्जन में चलता है इतना. देन यू रिएक्ट दिस amide with Br2 and KOH. You will get CH3 NH2. Now we have got 1 degree amine, and you have seen in the method of preparation of alcohol that we can use HNO2 or ONO, that I say nitrous acid, to get the alcohol. So here what is happening? Descent is happening. 2 carbon say 1 carbon, 3 carbon say 2 carbon, है ना. इस तरह 5 carbon say 4 carbon. So whenever you have a decrease in the number of carbon atoms by 1, you have to think about how to introduce the Hoffman bromide degradation reaction. Make sense, everyone? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Copy this down. Raise your hand once you're done. इतना तो ठीक है. Just give me a second. Sir, can the question for conversion be more than 2-3 steps in examination? Rarely speaking, Aisha. रेयरली ऐसा होगा कि आपको 2 से 3 स्टेप से ज्यादा के कन्वर्जन आए. और टिपिकल कन्वर्जन आते हैं, ठीक है ना. तो आपको डरने की उतनी जरूरत नहीं है. टिपिकल कन्वर्जन आते हैं बिल्कुल एग्जाम में. और वी विल लुक एट द कन्वर्जन, यू डोंट हैव टू वरी, है ना. जो भी कन्वर्जन एग्जाम्स में आए हैं उनको एक बार हम लोग एक क्लास में सारा का सारा कन्वर्जन देख लेंगे, ठीक है. एक जो रिविजन क्लास होगा ना, इट विल बी ओनली फॉर कन्वर्जन, स्टार्टिंग से लेके एंड तक, हेलो एल्केन से लेके अमीन्स तक. मिसाल में जितने भी कन्वर्जन आए उन सबको हम लोग देख लेंगे. यू विल सी दैट मेनी आर रिपीटेड. जस्ट गिव मी अ सेकंड. एक right, next, physical properties. Now, in physical properties, let us look at the different types of amines that we have. एक होता है आपके पास RNH2, that is 1 degree. You have R, nitrogen, one more R group, and one hydrogen. This is 2 degree amine, and then you have R that is bonded with nitrogen, that is again bonded with R, and then you have one more R. This is 3 degree. That means the nitrogen bonded with one carbon, 1 degree. Nitrogen bonded with 2 carbons, 2 degree. Nitrogen bonded with 3 carbons, nitrogen bonded with 3 carbons or 3 alkyl group, it is 3 degree. If you look at the first two, that is 1 degree and 2 degree, then you can see that there is a nitrogen-hydrogen bond present, and that is why only these two can form hydrogen bond. And because only these two can form hydrogen bond, their boiling point is greater than the 3 degree one. Okay. So you'll write, first of all, amines or except 3 degree have higher boiling point, than corresponding hydrocarbon. And polar molecules, as they can form, they मतलब amines है ना, as amines can form hydrogen bonds. Then you'll write, but boiling point of amines is lower than alcohols and carboxylic acid, because you write due to lower electronegativity of nitrogen in amine. Since hydrogen bond जो होता है ना, it is because of the polarity of the electronegative element bonded with hydrogen. एक मॉलिक्यूल के अंदर NH-OH इस तरह के बॉन्ड्स हैं. So the NH bond or the OH bond, it is highly polar. जितना ज्यादा polarity होगा, higher the polarity of the NH-OH bond, higher will be the hydrogen bond, the higher will be the strength of hydrogen bond. Now, since oxygen is more electronegative, it pulls more electrons from the hydrogen atom towards itself. Oxygen gets highly delta negative charge, hydrogen gets highly delta positive charge, making that polar thing, that polarity quite strong. And when you have that high dipole moment in alcohols and carboxylic acid, because of the higher electronegativity of oxygen atom, the hydrogen bond thus formed, it is stronger. And nitrogen, it is less electronegative than oxygen atom. That is why it cannot form as strong dipole moment as high dipole moment. जब dipole moment ज़्यादा नहीं होता है, तो जो intermolecular hydrogen bond है, that is also not very strong. ठीक है, so that's the reason their boiling point is lower than that of alcohol and also carboxylic acid. Then you will write one more point, as 1 degree forms 2 hydrogen bond, it has higher boiling point. So if I compare the boiling points of boiling point of amines, then in this case, the 1 degree is highest, followed by 2 degree, and then followed by 3 degree. 1 degree because it can form 2 hydrogen bonds, and 2 degree it can form hydrogen bond, and 3 degree का बहुत ही कम होता है. 3 degree में rather you can write it like this also. It is quite lower than 2 degree. You can write why it is lower. So you will write 3 degree amines have lower boiling point, as they cannot form hydrogen bond. Then regarding solubility, you will write amines are less soluble. Amines are less soluble in water than alcohol due to lower electronegativity of nitrogen. Why na intensity of hydrogen bond is lower in amines because of lower electronegativity of nitrogen. And then one more point, the solubility of amines decreases with increase in carbon atoms, is in carbon atoms as the alkyl group is hydrophobic. Then you write aniline is not soluble in water due to bulky benzene ring. Last 2 points. Okay. Solubility वाला जो part है ना, that is similar to what we saw in alcohols also. देखिए solubility होते हैं किस वजह से, you have RNH, ठीक है, and then we have water में मान लीजिए आपके पास इस तरह से H2O है, you have oxygen atom and then you have hydrogen here, you have hydrogen here, ठीक है. So bulky benzene ring, हाँ जी. Do I need to just read it? No. Is it bulky benzene? Yeah, bulky benzene ring. Okay, Parker, you listen here. Nitrogen and hydrogen, it will form hydrogen bond. Oxygen and hydrogen, it will form hydrogen bond. ठीक है? Because nitrogen पे delta negative होगा, hydrogen पे delta positive होगा, oxygen पे delta negative होगा, इस hydrogen पे delta positive होगा. ठीक है? Now, only this part is responsible for the solubility. ये जो alkyl group है, this alkyl group, it is not responsible for solubility. So if you are going to increase this alkyl group, if you are going to increase the number of carbon atoms here, तो ये जितना ज्यादा बढ़ता जाएगा, this is hydrophobic part in the sense that it is not favoring the solubility. The NH2 part is only favoring the solubility. And since it is not favoring the solubility, what is going to happen? The solubility will decrease if you are going to increase the carbon atoms. Make sense? Yes, Parker? Okay. If you're done till here, then you will write chemical properties. In chemical properties, you will write the first reaction, carbyl amine reaction. Number one is carbyl amine reaction. Okay. This is also known as isocyanide test or isocyanide reaction. Isocyanide test. In this reaction, primary amine RNH2 reacts with chloroform CHCl3 in the presence of a base and gives alkyl isocyanide. Alkyl isocyanide means NC. Alkyl isocyanide RNC plus KCl and H2O. Now, this isocyanide, it has a very foul smell. And this can be used as a test for 1 degree amines, primary amines. And you will write here aliphatic and aromatic primary amines. Aliphatic and aromatic primary amines reacts with chloroform and KOH at elevated temperature. At elevated temperature to form alkyl isocyanide, which has a very foul smell. Right? This reaction is not shown. This reaction is not shown by 2 degree or 3 degree amines. And therefore can be used as a test for 1 degree amines. Waiting for Amna, Aisha, and Parker. Waiting for Aisha and Mariam Parker. Right, next, alkylation. ठीक है, तो alkylation में ये रिएक्शन हम लोगों ने पहले भी देखा है. That is when you have RNH2, it reacts with haloalkene it will give you a salt that is RSE, nitrogen. इसमें R लग जाएगा. The two hydrogens are as it is. You will get a positive charge, which will be countered by the X negative. And further reaction with base gives you R, N, H, and R. Okay. Plus you get X negative. Fine. Now you can further react it, and it is going to give you with Rx. We are going to get R whole thrice N. Okay. So 1 degree amines, it reacts with haloalkane to give 2 degree and 3 degree amines as you require. And in the last section, we also saw how to control this type of reaction. So from here, you can control to get you can control to get 2 degree or 3 degree amines, and so that you don't get the quaternary ammonium salt, which is of no use. That is why you will write 1 degree and 2 degree amines. 1 degree and 2 degree amines react with alkyl halide to form 3 degree amines. Now, important thing is the next part. ठीक है, इसको लिख लीजिए आराम से. Done everyone? See. आपके पास है CH3NH2. CH3NH2. You react this with chloroethane, 2 carbon atoms and then chlorine. Second में आपने OH negative. You are using a base. तो आपको क्या मिलेगा? You will have the CH3N as it is. 1 hydrogen will be left, और इस नाइट्रोजन पे लग जाएगा एक इथाइल ग्रुप. ठीक है, the alkyl from the haloalkane. You can further react this with the same thing, and you will get what? CH3 as it is will have with nitrogen 1 ethyl group and other ethyl group. So 2 ethyl groups are attached here. The important thing is the naming of this type of molecules. ठीक है, तो ये तो आपके पास क्या है? This is methane amine. Methane amine. ठीक है, but when you are going to name the second compound, please see. The parent carbon chain, you can easily see that it is going to be this 2 carbon atoms, because that is the longest chain, and our functional group is going to be amine, because nitrogen है आपके पास, NH है. And this substituent here is what? This substituent here that we are having, this substituent, ये जो substituent है आपके पास, this is methyl. तो नाम जो इसका होगा, थोड़ा सा आपको अगर समझ में आए, तो methyl substituent है. methyl 2 carbon atoms 1 2 carbon atoms, तो ethane हो जाएगा. ethane, rather it will be ETHAN, ethane amine. Now the problem is the numbering of this methyl group. Now this methyl group, it is not attached on the parent carbon chain, it is attached on nitrogen. तो 1 या 2 नंबर आप इसको नहीं दे सकते हैं, या 2 या 1 कुछ भी नहीं दे सकते. This CH3 is bonded to nitrogen. We show it by writing like this: N-methyl ethanamine. ठीक है, so this is the name of the molecule. अब जो तीसरा molecule है आपके पास वहां पे, so for that our parent carbon, our functional group, it is going to be same as before, that is amine because of nitrogen. And unsaturation है नहीं, तो parent carbon chain देख लीजिए आप, तो parent carbon chain is this one, the 2 carbon atoms or this 2 carbon atoms, whatever you want to take, it is your choice. But you have to take any one of the parent carbon chain. Now we are remaining with two substituent. One is this methyl and the other one is this ethyl. And both methyl and ethyl, they are attached on nitrogen. तो मेथ और methyl और ethyl में ethyl पहले आता है. So we'll write the name of this molecule is going to be, let me type it, otherwise it will be taking too large size. जो इसका नाम होगा, it will be N ethyl N methyl ethane amine. N methyl, sorry, N ethyl N methyl ethane amine will be the name. ठीक है, प्लीज राइट दिस डाउन. नेमिंग समझ में आया? ऐसा ऑफिशियल में गाइस, रबा, मरियम, आमना, आयशा, मीर. हाँ जी, नेमिंग समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
यस ना, ठीक है. सबने लिख लिया? इज एवरीवन डन? ठीक है, जो सवाल है आपका ना रिगार्डिंग द बॉइल फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज से, तो इसमें से एक सवाल आप कर लीजिए जरा, एंड देन वी विल एंड द क्लास. ट्राई टू डू दिस क्वेश्चन. यस, आयशा करेक्ट. व्हाट अबाउट अदर्स? हाँ, सवाल इतना हार्ड तो नहीं हो गया. क्या हो गया? अल्कोहल, अमीन और एल्कीन है ना. दिस इज व्हाट दिस इज. अल्कोहल, दिस इज अमीन, एंड दिस इज एल्कीन. अल्कोहल में भी हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड होता है, अमीन में भी हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड होता है. ठीक है, लेकिन अल्कोहल और अमीन में कौन ज्यादा होता है? अल्कोहल एंड देन अमीन एंड देन एल्कीन. एल्कीन तो नॉन पोलर होता है. ठीक है, मेक सेंस? यस और नो? हाँ जी, बताएं.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, चलिए. सो दैट्स इट फॉर टुडे. आपको आपको अगर ये होगा ना, व्हाट आई एम सेइंग, हाँ, इफ यू विल हैव एनी टेस्ट टेस्ट वगैरह अगर कुछ हुआ, तो वो आपको 5 मिनट में अपडेट हो जाएगा. तो